Christmas. It's New Year's. It's my birthday. You think time gives a that it's Christmas, that it's New Year's, that it's your birthday? You give yourself 2 options. I'll tell you one thing. Time is running out. Keep on sitting around wondering what the you want to do. You're just going to run out of time. So make sure you do one thing. Stop following the crowd. That may take time off. You can't afford to. So now I'm going to request go to the holidays. One day I'm boundless. I'm going to finish when I start. I get 2 weeks into it, and I stop. But here's the thing about it. People forget one thing about me. I used to be you. I used to be a fat guy. I got to take care of us. I got to get decent at school. I got to play other people. I got to be under mediocre. I wasn't even average. So this is the thing about it. I want to tell you what people don't want to tell you. Why you stop? It's because you're lazy. It's because you don't mind getting bad grades in school. It doesn't bother you enough to be mediocre, to be average, to sit around and watch people do great things. You don't mind it. So there's your answer. Your answer is you don't care about yourself, so you don't stay in the fight. Just start 17-hour flight. Now, I'm sitting there thinking, take a day off. No one knows. But keep on thinking too. There's always someone out there working harder than you. I'm haunted by that motion. Knowing that someone out there is going to go personal desires for comforts. For going to sleep. For going whatever it takes to be better. To be the best. In life, a lot of times, we'll always have that person out there. It may not be a name, or but he exists. You make sure in life to think about that person. You make sure they put a name and face to it. You make sure the name and face is yours. You do the haunting. Get in somebody's head. Hold space. In those times when you want to quit, because we're all human. You make sure you remember one thing. All the times, hours, and days you sacrifice to be the best. Stay hard. So what's your excuse? Is it too cold where you live? Is it too hot where you live? Does it rain too much? Now it's time for some room to talk. Maybe you're the only black person applying for a job. Maybe you're the only female. Maybe you're the only gay person. Job, whatever it may be. Maybe that's in your head. Maybe that's your excuse for not being better. Life's a real big picture. When I was young, all those things got my head black. You're not smart enough. Single mom. All those things in my head. If you're allowing people and things and situations to increase your head, you're losing. Last thing, life's walking in the head game. You play with yourself. If you lose, it's because you allow life to give you your head. Stay hard. And I always knew in the back of my mind I could do something special. Yes. But I knew the work it was going to take in order to kill me. I was afraid of that. I was afraid of the brutality and the suffering I was going to have to endure. But I knew I could do something. I'm going to fix all this shit. I know I can fix it. If people want to find peace, immediately. And this is where people don't like me. I don't believe that. People find it. You know what I'm saying? I stress out a lot, and I believe in doing the arts is great. You're going to find it. You're going to find peace. Yourself. We all got you. We all got you. People look at me. The reason I'm going to resonate with people, I'll tell you exactly. If you live to it, people are great at hiding. So they want to just find peace. No, you got to take your shit. Fix their stuff in you. Don't just shove it under the rug. Fix it, and then you'll find some peace later. Guess what, man? You're a fat ass. But I'm going to now make you a badass. I'm going to miracle this to be a badass. No, it was in me. I had to believe to make that belief could work. And through hard work, I did that. I'm back, brother. I'm back. 44 degrees. It's nice and rainy outside. No one cares about that.
5 minutes.
It's not about the rain. It's what the rain represents. Life is always giving you a test. Trying to give you a way out. comes at you. It's our responsibility to show up to the Coliseum of life, prepare for battle. I don't care what you're going through, what life's throwing at you. It's your responsibility to find your new 100%. Take it upon yourself to do that. Stay hard. In failure and in suffering, all the answers are in there. All the answers to all the test questions, the test that your life, all the answers are in there. You have to live in suffering and pain and failure all the time. You have to learn, I need to visit. Like people hate working out. You're only going to visit working out maybe an hour a day. 23 other hours of the day, you're not in it. But how you become in shape is you must visit suffering, visit working out 1 hour a day. Visit suffering 1 hour a day. Visit your past failures 1 hour a day. The relationship with it and the answers are in there. They are in there. But in the suffering, go in there. They're called the live autopsy. The live autopsy. How do you find out someone died? They crack you open after you're dead. How you can live is do it while you're alive. Go back in your brain, crack it open while you're alive. Don't wait until you're dead to figure out why you died. Do it while you are living. Go in there, go into the suffering. Go into the pain of your life and say, why did this suffer me so bad? Why am I afraid of all this stuff? Why have I shut down the whole world? I guarantee I'll tell you why you shut down the whole world. It's in these nooks of the suffering within your brain, in the scarring, are all the answers to why you are on the couch full of sorrows. They lie within the scars. Visit them for at least an hour a day. Study them. And then you'll find out more about yourself, who they grow. So don't look at it every day as suffering. Go into it an hour a day. Learn from yourself, learn from life, learn from your hopes, learn from your insecurities, learn from your self-doubt. Don't just say, I'm afraid to jump on the airplane. What makes you afraid of it? Study it. That's why I studied my mind, why I became so powerful in the mind, because I realized I was weak. So instead of running away from the mind, I dove into it and said, look, it's making me weak. Oh, this makes sense. I came from hell. I came from a place that beat me down to nothing. Which is why I closed my head. All this makes sense. So systematically, when I went back and met every single person in my mind, every situation, I went one-on-one with them again. In my mind. Because your mind chooses the path of least resistance. Your mind has the ultimate tactical advantage over it. It knows what scars you. It knows your fears, it knows your insecurities, and it protects you. So I talk about the 40% rule in my book. The 40% rule is all about the brain has the tactical advantage over you. It knows and it keeps you away from all that. That's why it says don't jump out of an airplane. Don't go in the ocean where there's sharks. It's a protective mechanism. Don't go back to the place where your dad beat out in your mind. Don't go back. The brain protects you, but protects you so much it doesn't allow the most. So the brain is an amazing thing, but the brain controls you. You must control it. So just me, when you join the SEAL teams, you're joining a big fraternity. So I was already asked out. So then when you're asked out, not wanting to hang out, I do my own shit. That's me. So I grew up wanting friends at a young age. And once you get self-esteem, you know who you are. I was comfortable not liking them and not hanging out. And then you get another step further with this hard mentality that you guys are uncomfortable, you guys are shit. So I did a lot of things that push people the wrong way. And in that, being in a fraternity, it's like a big soap opera. You got it right. And, people start not liking you for certain reasons. People don't know who you are. Rumor mills start happening. And I had 2 heart surgeries. People think I don't want to go overseas. Oh, doctors don't want to fight. You're supposed to run. I said, I had 2 heart surgeries. I can't go fight. So this a lot of things happened, and within that, I chose to open on purpose, just to see how it would come out. It's just me and you, and this mom and pop thing that we're in constant pursuit of my 100%. Whatever it is, if I can't run anymore, I'm gonna see what else I can do. When you can't read and write and you're trying to hide out in classes and please don't call on me and you're getting all scared and everywhere you go you're nervous and you're panicked and you're stuttering and your whole life is that there's not joy in that. That becomes who you are no matter how much you change. You're scarred. So people are like, my God, man, you never smile, you never do this. It's my life. It's my life. So you gotta teach yourself how to read and write and also can smile and say, it's okay. A lot of things are like, man, why don't you do this? Like, I don't judge people. That's why I don't judge people. Man, you don't smile, look so hard like this. Read my book and don't forget where I came from. It's who you are. You have to undo that shit. And no one came down and trained me on how to be happy, how to find peace, how to do this and that. That's why I'm so glad I found it through suffering. People didn't think I was human. They thought I came from outer space, man, from some spacecraft that just landed down here in this foreign audience, from the rocks, the soul of the earth. That's not how it is. I'm here to tell you, people will help them out. I don't get back to them. And everything else usually not too nice. You want to cuss me out, disrespect me. I'm going to go this morning. This guy's overweight. You want a few emails? This last email was real disrespectful. Talking about, I used to be fat. I think he helped me out. Now I see this case. Stuff like that. Real talk, bro. What else about? I'm not even mad. I just have to here. No one cares that you're overweight. That's your fact. Make sure you get tons of food every day. I don't have sex. I can't care more than you. Think about it. Sure. Nobody can care more than yourself. If you're not here, somebody help you out. Hey, help yourself out. Never me. But help me out when I was fat and depressed. I got my mind. I worked on him up for a hard time. Fat guy, depressed guy. Keep this in your head. In my corner, there's only a cup man and water. Ain't no tap. So it's hard for me. I can't find a command. What separates me from a lot of people is they go into a daunting task, and the task is overwhelming. Like when I heard the pull-up record was 4,020 pull-ups, and I was talking about breaking this record. People are like, "Oh my God!" I went right to a pen and paper. What are you doing? I'm doing the math, man. What are you talking about? I'm open-minded to the fact that okay, if I do 5 pull-ups in a minute for so many hours, I can do so many pull-ups in. How much time do I have to rest? I was breaking the math down. You have to be open-minded to the possibilities that I can do this. Once you shut your mind down to the possibility that it can be achieved, there's no making it happen. So that's why my eyes and my body line up about things. Because I know that if you're in a fight, you have to attack. You have to keep attacking. The enemy has to know he is not going to give up. You must break the sword whenever it's happening. So I realized I was never breaking the soul of anything in front of me. So that's why I came up with a thing called taking souls in my book. So I devise ways to break a soul of a human being, of an object, of whatever's in front of you. If you keep on attacking something, nothing wants to stand in front of anything that is relentless. Nothing. It's day 9, motherfucker. This is hour 1. You get a wide range of life in just 19 hours. Like when you get to like mile 50 and your mind's saying, okay, get out of here, man. And you get to like mile 60, okay, we're feeling good. You have all these highs and lows that you have to manage within this subfest of 19 hours. And that's what I get from a lot of these different things, that human growth, growth of the mind. Without friction, there is no growth. Without friction, there's no growth. To this day, it is for me to become better mentally. How I look has just become like I have thousands, hundreds of thousands of miles on this body. Running, pull-ups, push-ups, swimming, whatever you want to call it. This body is what it is now. It's from repetition. It's not from studying, hey, if you hold a plank for this long, go ahead. I don't care about it. I just do it for my mind. I want to continue to hold on, because that's the only thing I want. That's what I want. I want to have that mind ready for life. From the time you wake up to the time to go to bed. A lot of us are proud of ourselves. And within that war, we have several battles. Those battles are basically choices. No, I'm not talking about a war they fight in the Coliseum. I'm talking about a war that's in your brain. That war exists because life has so many choices. Within those choices, you gotta make right decisions. But you know what? When the alarm goes off in the morning, don't wake up. Don't wake up and worry about that. When you're in school, you know, yeah, man, it ain't too hard to study. So don't study. You know what? Don't eat healthy. They have to. So guess what? When you fail, don't blame your mom. Don't blame your dad. Don't blame teachers. One person to blame is yourself. I want myself so hard that I turn a person this up to this motherfucker right here. You cannot live in that normalized. You must be your best on your worst day. You have to do something that sucks every day. Because once you overcome the suck, oh, now you're powerful. You've overcome yourself already, so now you're ready to battle. When you look in the mirror, every morning we all look in the mirror to get ready to go to work, to go anywhere. The first thing you see is your reflection. If you don't like what you see in the morning, you lost the war already. It's not even liking what you see. It's about looking in the mirror and you may start, man, I feel different. That reflection that reflects not everything. It's a feeling you're supposed to get. So you have to, in life, once you leave your house, the war begins. In your house, you have some control. And that reflection in the mirror, you have to control that reflection in the mirror. That's how you start your day. Leave your house feeling like, okay, I'm going to fight. Establish the mentality to fight. If you don't develop a routine of suffering, and suffering not like go out and kill yourself every day, it's being uncomfortable. Yeah. That keeps you hungry every day. If you live in your victories for so long, you say, I'm going to go challenge myself for 3 days, for 2 weeks, run this one marathon. And it is, I did one marathon. Okay? That's why it leaves you. It leaves you because you haven't set up the next obstacle. Obstacles is how you grow. You must continue to have friction. Friction is where growth is at. Friction, there's no growth. Mediocrities. And we're all trying to find an easy way out. And we're judging ourselves. Let's say there's 10 people in this room. And we're all mediocre. But I'm the best of the mediocre people. I now think I'm great. I'm great. We surround ourselves around people that make us feel great. They tell us what we want to hear. The second we put ourselves amongst the uncommon people, we don't like that feeling. That challenge and feel that of that person making 3:30 morning say, I'm going for a run. We don't like that challenge. We like that person who says, hey, you know, man, I don't feel good today, man. They say, oh, it's okay, brother. Take the day off, maybe get pizza and shit, watch the game. We like that. We love that feeling. Why? Because you understand and forget, bro. We don't want that motherfuckers like this. Hey, man, no, bro. No, man. Stop being a punk. We don't want that in our lives. We don't want that person who's constantly challenging our weaknesses. We want that person who's constantly, making us feel nice, good, and secure in us. That's the meaning of life. We want to be the best amongst the average people. We don't want to stay hungry all the time. Because after I accomplish something, I don't sit back like a lot of guys who graduate buds, graduate this, graduate that. They get comfortable. They wonder why I'm getting weak, man. I lost my edge. What's going on? Because once you hit the top, guess what happened? I'm good. I'm good. So you wonder why you're falling down now. Because once you get top of the mountain, you got another one. That's mediocrity. There's a lot of people in mediocrity who have a nice resume. But they're one-timers, man. They hit a one-time deal, they busted open, got a lot of money, but they're good. You're mediocre now, man. What are you doing today to follow up the next day? That's why I'm listening to therapists. I'm listening to that bullshit. I'm listening to one who's like this, man. What's wrong, man? Tired. Why are you tired? Tomorrow, I'm going to do something wrong here, man. That made me nauseous, sick to my stomach. And there's no ending. And that's the person I listen to. That's the person who gain knowledge. You gain knowledge through suffering. And on the other end of suffering is a world that very few have ever seen. It's a beautiful world. Because that's where you find yourself. You don't find yourself in it. You find yourself on the other end. Like the 100-mile race I was on, I ran it for 24 hours. I found myself on the other end of that race. That 19 hours, I found, wow, there's a whole other fucking world out here that I'm in. It's so, the world's in your mind. And that's when all that mediocrity is about. Mediocrity is contagious. Whatever else you believe in, I don't care what you believe in, but on earth, it's a very lonely journey. And it starts with the accountability. They say, hey, my daddy beat the hell out of me, he's not coming back. All these things are coming back. I have to fix myself. And you have to own all of those things that people have done to you. Now it's yours. You gotta own it. It's yours now to fix the problems that people did to you. It makes no sense. It's not fair. I get it. But if you live in that lowest me mentality, well, guess what? My dad did this to me. My mom did this to me. People who really did this to me. You're going to always live right there. You have to figure out ways to move forward. There's a matter. It starts with the mirror. I call it the accountability mirror. That's right. You don't want to break open that callus, that scar in your mind. You want to break it up. You have to break it open with that blood flow. Get the blood flow in your brain. You let all that stuff flow out. All that toxic stuff that you have trapped in there has to start flowing out now. So, like I said, you are doing this to yourself. Yes, people may have helped you get it, but that's not what you. So painful truth. Painful truth. Like all those people in high school and everything else, they don't know how you're going to end up. So you got to make sure that you constantly are rewriting your book. You have to constantly rewrite every day of your life. You know, these aren't just words I say, this is how I have to live. These are conversations I have with myself. And I say, wherever I go. The most important conversation that you have with yourself. Yes. You live with it every single day. Most of our conversations are not the right ones. They're not the ones that are going to push us to the place we need to go. They're the ones that are going to keep us sitting in that toxic environment that you helped create and everybody else helped create, and you live in it. You live in that muck. That conversation is placed in your head. Because you find a time where to say that, you know what, I've gained some weight. No, in fact. But I can't read. Not like, hey, you don't have no witness. No, I cannot. Fourth grade reading of I'm struggling. And sometimes I call myself stupid. Not in a way I put myself down. So don't take it like, my God, this is so hurtful. Like, hurtful. It's honest. The conversation has to become an honest conversation. Mentally. Where am I mentally? I look like I feel like I'm not just, I know behind it. I'm lazy. The house is a mess. You have to look at what it is and call it what it is. You don't find words to make yourself feel better. So we hang around people that make us feel better. That tell us what we want to hear, not what we need to hear. And so we stay away from those people. And we stay away from those people, like our internal dialogue becomes that kind, it's okay, it's not okay. So that's where it starts. It starts with that accountability of it's not okay anymore. This can no longer be okay. And calling yourself out for exactly what you are and exactly how you live. That's where it starts. Never forget the trigger, your mind. In life, we're always an asshole, trying to get to a better place. A place that makes us feel better about ourselves. Some people want to do ultra races. They're starting to peak on during training. Some people want to be a lawyer or a medical student. So they're taking these practice tests. And they're crushing the practice tests. But guess what happens? Once you get this actual event, your mind isn't ready. Your mind's not prepared. You've been studying. You've been training and working out, but your mind's not prepared. Story for you. When I was 19 years old, I was going through the Air Force trying to be a pararescue. I was doing push-ups, sit-ups, swimming. I was doing all that shit. They knocked me out of the park. One of the best in the class. But the second I got away, I wasn't prepared for a minute. I was a beast. All I was doing was I was training a bigger, stronger, faster quitter. You gotta train All obstacles that might get in your way. It took a while to get to that point where enough was enough. What happened is I came home one night from work spraying for cockroaches. And long story short, I turned on the Discovery Channel. I saw some guys going to the still training. And they're going to hell, they're getting their ass just beat. You know, in and out of the water, guys ringing the bell. There's something. I was weighing like 297 pounds. And I had to make a change in my life. You know, I was at an all-time low. And I wasn't going anywhere. And I was exactly what everybody said I was going to be. Just nothing. So I had to make a change. So long story short, what I realized was no one was here to help me. And the feeling I have every morning, I started shaking my head when I was 16 years old. And the feeling I had every morning, looked in the mirror, was horrible. And I didn't want to feel like that anymore. Now I felt was a kid going hungry, a kid that was scared. And most kids will accept that, look for help. The best thing that happened to me, no one helped me. No one felt sorry for me. I had to figure out I wasn't going to be a punk kid. So the only way I could turn around was to suffer. I had to build calluses in my brain the same way I built calluses on my hands. So I broke against the world's record for pulls a long time ago. But I failed at it twice. And I did 67,000 pull-ups in trying to break this record. So to do 4,030 pull-ups, I had to do 67,000 for training for that. Wow. And so what I realized is for me to become the man I wanted to become, I saw myself as the weakest person God ever created. But I never blamed God for anything he did to me. So I wanted to change that to be the hardest man ever created. Am I that? I don't know, but you had to have a goal. And my goal when I was sitting there, not going to school, being bullied, having no self-esteem, my goal was the only person that's going to turn this person around is me. The only way I can turn around is put myself through the worst things possible you can ever endure. And that'd be the only way that I can build this brain to handle anything that comes in front of me. To pay yourself. If you can afford the rest of your life, live inside of yourself. Stop listening to people calling you fat, gay, transsexual, everything that is makes no sense. All these insecure people put their insecurities on you, you gotta flush it out. You gotta just be whoever the hell God or whatever the hell you believe in. If you believe in nothing but yourself, I don't care what it is. You gotta take everything and throw it away. You have to believe in one thing, and that is yourself. Right. And I'm not saying don't believe in God, but you believe it. But right now, you can find greatness in yourself. You're not gonna find it by looking in a book, or by even hearing me. I'm gonna give you the spark, but you've got to go inside yourself. That means you gotta be quiet. Shut the fuck up in the room. Stop talking. Search your soul. Search your mind. Search your abilities. You'll find it. But if you're not looking for it, you won't find it. So you gotta go start your journey. And the journey starts with finding why the hell am I here on this planet Earth? Why am I here? If you don't know that, you will live the rest of your life searching, always asking the question, why? We all look for toughness. We all want it, but we look for it in a comfortable environment. You will not find toughness in a comfortable environment. Those of you who are listening to this, whoever hear this, you will not find it. I will try and look for it everywhere. The only way you find it is to drown yourself in a position where you're just out of sorts. Where you can't swim, you're drowning. You're drowning. You're drowning in life. But you say, you know what, man? Dad, I'm going to figure out how to play backstroke or something. I'm going to figure out how to figure it out. All these tools. Your mind starts to, your mind does this. Because you're out. Once you say, I'm not going to quit, this is the 40%. When you quit, your mind says, we're done. So it doesn't expand. There's no expansion when you quit. When you say, you, this sucks, I'm drowning, I'm miserable, I'm suffering, I'm broken, but I'm not going anywhere. What happens to your mind is it does this. It says, He's not leaving. So we gotta expand. We gotta grow. We gotta figure this thing out. So then these compartments in our brain start to they have to work. They have to work. And then you start to engage parts of your mind that you never engaged before. But you can't engage it by sitting back in these nice chairs, drinking this nice water, talking to you, talking about what I want to do. That's where it's not the 40% thing comes in. It comes in when you're in suffer mode, except you're forcing your brain now to operate on a level it's not used to. Then it becomes used to. You'll gain confidence by going to the spot that makes you feel good. It's going to be a false reality. And the second life gives you that challenge, all you want to do is go back to what made you confidence or what gave you confidence. Is that happy spot? No. What gives you confidence, what gave you confidence, was spending years and it keeps you daily trying to learn how to read and write all around. Realizing I can't learn the reading. I can't. It gives you confidence, not being afraid. It's overcoming the fear. It's not your comfort zone. It's a discomfort zone. It's where my confidence is getting built. That's where it's getting built. The people want an easier answer. There has to be an easier way. I'm sorry. I searched for it my entire life. Have to face yourself. So many people live to be 100 years old and they die miserable, having everything, because they never examined it. I call it my live autopsy. You never examine this. Happiness, peace, enlightenment, it's all up here, man. It's all up here. If I start talking like this, people go, man, no. It's the truth, man.
Yeah, that's true.
It's all up here. Just gotta go to do it, face it. And that's the hard part. Whenever hardness comes, and you know what it is, it may be different from you and me, but you go back to your insecurities. And then when you go back to your insecurities, you then look for comfort within those insecurities. And we all look for that cookie that your mom used to give you. You were sad. You were sick. We look for our wife or our husband. We look for comfort. It's in those moments you must retrain your mind to think differently. I wasn't training them to do that.
Why weren't you training?
I wasn't training myself to, because at that time, I was doing what I was told. These guys needed a standard.
Physical standard.
A physical standard. The physical standard is not what they need to meet. It's a mental standard. You must meet in life. You're always a victim. Even if you have everything in life, until you realize you cheat. There's so many times in life you don't want to be doing what you're doing. You can't just quit. Remember this. It's in the hobby. It's in the fucking joke. It's a fucking lifestyle. So what you say to yourself is important. There's no fucking coach training to put you doing. It's only you. So think about this. You're working your whole life with me. Let's sit at the table. The seat at the table is going to be the best amongst all the best people in your career field. So you finally get that level. It's steak, lobster. It's a big dinner. Everybody's showing up, dressed to the nines. Make sure you're soaking wet, getting after it, working out hard. Towel on your neck. You respect the event. So make sure you put that towel over that nice chair so you don't, the whole thing is this. Don't say a word. Stay up. I'm going to come shit. You're never done. Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done. Your mind starts to say, yeah, this is stupid. But if you are already knowing that this is going to happen to you, you have all the answers to these questions that your mind starts to give you when you're in suffer mode.
Yeah.
And that's what I realized.
Make sure that your visualization of those moments over and over.
Over and over again. You have to be there, but not there at the graduation.
Okay.
You got to be there in the worst moments that you know over and over again. You got to live that in your mind. The only way to see the best of the people to suffer. Can't do it by my opinion. So let's go. Because what I found out through my life was I thought of myself as someone. And what I found out, and the only message I'm going to get across to people is once you change one thing, your mindset.
Yeah.
It protects you. Everything. I like suffering in the way that is competitive, that brings out the absolute best in me and in everybody else. It's like I want to see a man be defeated. I want to see a man get broken and say, I love these men. These men I love. There's very few of them. There's very few of them. And there's very few that are willing to go there. And every time I started running further and further, okay, I got to the 10K. I'm going to Boston Marathon time. Because I knew the Boston Marathon was like 3:10:59 for my age. I'm like, yeah, I was like, and then I started using all these externals for motivation. Okay, who the fuck run 100 miles, no training? I'm broken. Most broken I've been in my life. Now I'm running a marathon. Who can do it? So I started just feeding myself. I get to half the mile. I'm about 30 seconds off the pace. I said, oh man, you got it. You can do this, man. And I started feeding myself. You can do this. Before I knew it, man, I kept out to like the last 6 miles, and I was off the pace, and I just kicked it. And the next thing I knew, I did like a 3:08 and change. It's like, and now it's like, what the fuck? What have I been leaving on the table? Right. I've been leaving so much on the table for pain. And that's when I started like going crazy about the mind. Like, what the hell am I? Like, what is up? Like, it opened those different doors of like possibility and like, what is human potential? What are we capable of? Like, you know, people, I didn't even know. I was just amazed about what I was able to do. By a simple fact of just reasoning and working with pain and pain management. And my mind just kept on growing from there. And it happened in helped me, it happened in 100-mile race, it happened here, it started evolving into now, to where now I'm like, God, dog, man, the mind, we are leaving so much on the table. People take me, he cusses so much, he sounds crazy. Don't listen to all man. Just cut off the bull. Cut the bull. Just get to the weeds and that you are fucking yourself up by examining your brain. You're not examining your brain. That's just it. That's not. Examine your brain. When I was going to graduate school, we had to do a lot of spot checks. A spot check is basically, we don't have time to get all your gear laid out to make sure you have all your shit. So a spot check is maybe going to check out 2 items. Maybe making sure you have extra batteries, extra ammo, maybe. The whole idea of a spot check is to make sure that you're staying squared away. If you don't know what kind of item they're going to check on. So, how does that apply to your life? This is how it applies. You want to make sure you spot check yourself, make sure you stay down at all times. It's also important to check your spot check your boys, your girls. Make sure that they're staying hard. Call them up in the middle of the night. Give them a call and say, hey, tomorrow at 8 o'clock, we're going to get after it. Make sure to stay down in. I don't live on the surface of me. Surface is what got me where I was at. It got me from 5 pounds to 30 pounds. Just like I am good. I don't give a damn. I'm good. No. They're hollow words. A lot of us speak hollow words. I used to speak hollow words. I'm good. Everything that comes out of my mouth has substance. It's real. And these feelings in our bodies and our minds and our souls. I act on mine. A lot of us who are afraid of something, we allow our minds to choose the path of least resistance or go a different route. I'm afraid of something that's telling me you must kind of do that. You must do that. Most of us, we live in a box. And we don't want to go outside that box at all. Ever. Outside that box is all these possibilities of life. What we do, we shackle our mind. We are a prisoner in our own mind. This is all I can do. This is all I'm good at. And we take away the possibility. You can do this. You can do that. You can do all these things. And I never thought at 30 pounds I could fix it. So when my mind was shackled, me, you were never me. We'd read a book. We'd read a book. Maybe nothing. So when people are there, they live for themselves, not knowing that you have the power within yourself to change millions of lives by facing life, by facing yourself. And to do that, I would die never knowing that I have the power to change millions. much you know? Well, how many know is that if I would have died 3 years past, let's say I'm 75 years old, I got to heaven, and God has a chart like that, everybody's life. God knows all. Let's say that. I don't care what you believe in. Doesn't matter. I'm not judging anybody. Let's say my name is God. You get to heaven, I'm 3 years past, I sit down, I was a cockroach, terminated my whole life, and we're sitting down beside the ship God out there. And he gives me that chart. And he says, look at this. Now look at this chart. And on the chart it has all these different things. But my name's on it. But these things aren't me. I was going to change the world. I was going to set records. I was going to be a Navy SEAL. I was going to be all these things in the military that I accomplished. You're going to get the VFW. Or you be honored here, honored there. And I'm like, God, this isn't me. Like I said, David Goggins. I was an Eagle Lab guy, spraying for cockroaches, and I'm 300 pounds. It said here, I'm 185. It says here, I got a bachelor's and a master's. It says all these things. And God goes, no. That's who you were supposed to be. Scratch became my friend. Literally, man. So, that's why I put the book, man. Going down, just a real raw version of how my life was. And it was so in depth to go back through your life with the fine-tooth comb that I almost got embarrassed to put it out to people. I don't understand, man. Like, even me when I have to talk to you, talking for an hour getting pumped up. I'm a shy, introverted, leave me alone type of guy. I'm still that who is 6 years old at a play who can't say his line because I'm no more stutter in front of 5 people. So I walk off the stage. That's still me. So every day I'm fighting that dude. So people think, oh my God, man, you're in a podcast. You look so crazy, so evil. No, I'm trying to be lying to Joe. So my mind's in off saying, let's run out the damn door because people are watching me on the podcast. I don't open the damn door and get the hell out of here, man. So that's around me. So man, I'm not sadistic, man. I'm focused on everything. Locked into the game of life. And that's why I tell people, man, I go there. There's a lot of people I see. Y'all want to say something? But I don't. I'm judging people. Because I don't know where they came from. What they had to deal with in life. So I shouldn't go. So the other day, this guy sees me. And he just had to speak his line. Which is good. Do that. Stuff I am, all the custom stuff I do. But what he doesn't realize, when he was walking up to me, I was touching him. I wanted to say nothing. There's a big fat sloppy looking motherfucker. I'm lazy, pathetic. So, not to give his opinion about me, I smiled. And gave mine about him. I hurt his feelings. One thing in life, if you live in a glass motherfucking house, don't, stones. Stay home. What's motivating you is stories I'm telling you about what I did in my life. Once I stop living that, I'm no more. Yes. I am not the fucker that people are now being motivated from. So right now, I now got back to guidance. I'm now back to around 100 miles a week. I'm now back to, I talk to my girl all the time. You travel, you speak, you polish. It's all great and dandy for some. For most people, I'm guidance. What makes me me is the dungeon. And yeah, oh my God, like there it is. My God, you don't have any peace. Don't get it twisted. Weak people who hear me get all fucking poopy pants about how I talk. So be it. What changed me was I had to be hard on myself. And I had to continue to grind myself to a fine dust. Period. That's where I feel good. I think I accomplished something. If things come easy, it's not fun. I must fail at something repeatedly. It has to haunt me. And then once I complete it, I feel like I accomplished it. I don't want to sit up and say, oh, there's an A. That's good. No. I want to turn it in a million times and say, you failed. You failed. Now something like that. And sit there and analyze what I'm doing wrong. Go to these places that realized, I want to go to that dark place in my mind and say, okay, how are we going to get this? So I said, I might quit, but not yet. I'm just worship life. So I said, I might quit, because when you're not going to quit something, you have 30 miles to go, your mind's fast. Like, I'm done. Like 30 miles is a long way to go. Just stretch. I'm going to go on 70, I'm going to worship my life. I'm like, okay, so I give my mind some space. Because if you don't give it space, it's just going to freak out. Everything I do in life, it sucks. That's why when I was 300 pounds, 24 years old, it wasn't like I had some big picture of, let's just go be a Navy SEAL. Let's lose some weight. No. My entire life was for me a struggle, which is why I just ignored it. That's I'm not even trying to jump off finish and learn how to read, how to write, how to memorize, how to become something I am not. But through that process, something happened. My mind is wired now. Is everything I do is what I do. Because the focus it takes for me to, like right now, I'm running. I'm not like a great runner. I'm not like injury free. So like my first 20 minutes to run, I'm limping. I'm literally limping because I've had several knee surgeries and my body was twisted. And so now it's untwisted. So people look at, oh, geez, like limping when he runs. I am limping. My body's jacked up, so I'm focusing on how to get the best out of a broken body. It takes everything for me to learn a sentence. So when I speak about David Goggins, I can't speak about David Goggins in a way that's just calm, cool. Because when I wake up, I know the journey that it takes for me to find my greatness. And it's hard. Nothing is easy. Nothing is like, oh, I wake up and I just do this or I do that. It just, I watch people every day go through life. It's easy. For me to be where I'm at today, it takes every bit of me. So when I speak about it, and as I get going here, you'll start seeing me, the tempo will rise, the passion will come out. Because I'm back there. I'm doing what I do every day to get ready to be. So it's easy. Like running is running. But you have a choice to make. Do you want to sit down and go back to that guy you once were? So this is what it takes. It takes that misunderstanding of people, and they'll never get it because they never did God's. So that is what it takes for me to do. It may take you something different. So for me, everything has to be in the study. Everything has to be in this. Everything has to be where I am. It has to be there. Me, focus right in. I see where I'm at today, but I know where I come from. The first thing I try to do is all done. And after a while, I started learning more and more. Pain and suffering. I started learning so much about it. Before I knew it, man, I built this beautiful car. How did I do that? And I knew how, and I know how to do it because I have all the tools. Through all the failure I went through trying to build this person, was God, the one thing that made me run today is being vulnerable. Is breaking myself down to the absolute rock bottom. And being able to tell people who I am. I was a fat guy trying to be a Navy SEAL now, and my life had come to this crossroads. I'm like, man, you have to go right. And no one was going right. If I was going left, I have to go right. And to know what the pain and suffering I was about to endure by going right, the amount of accountability and failure for the witness and suffering by myself alone on this journey, I had the ability to see the end before the beginning even begins. That's what woke me up every day. Was I'm gonna put myself through this much pain and suffering for a few seconds. That's all it is. A few seconds of it. It's so worth it, man. So people, so I'm even put myself at the finish line. Even though I have no finish line, but at the finish line of an event. Before you start the motherfucker, they say, how are you gonna feel at the end of this? I've already done this a million times. And that's the one thing I practice and practice and practice and practice overnight. But also, the most important thing is I practice that feeling of accomplishment that I'm gonna have. It's all said and done with. Your mindset, how you can picture yourself, how you can focus, how you can drive, how you can put yourself in so many situations, get out of it. Because those headphones you listen to, those phones that you Google to find information, there's so many situations in my life where that's not going to help them. People want to know you permanent lasting results. It's just not easy. Some folks go from heavy to losing weight, back to hectic. Some folks go from lazy to stunts, back to lazy. The list goes on and on and on. A lot of folks take the 4-lane highway to get their results. The 4-lane highway is just that. It's the easy route. On that highway, they have road signs. 5 miles up, hotel. 10 miles up, restaurant. Restrooms, all that. It's the easy roadmap to success. Nothing there's permanent. But the other choice that makes permanent is the shovel. That's what the shovel leaves with calluses on your brain, on your hands. They're permanent. Pick up the shovel. Stay hard. Life is one big psychological warfare that you play on yourself. You play on yourself, man. The most important conversation I ever had is with myself. And the I was telling myself was so dumb, it was so wrong, it was so misguided. And other people start to write that down for you also. And it starts to be what you say to yourself every single day. And I started creating a whole nother warfare. A whole nother battle started coming. I was like, oh, hang on a second, guys. You have these tools. You have these tools. Your life was basically the perfect grounds for training for where you need to go in your life. All the beatings, all the bullying, all the, you going through learning disabilities, all the struggles. It was an absolute perfect training ground for you to go where you need to go. And that's how I started looking at my life versus what was me, poopy pants, kicking rock down the street mentality. It was not. God just hooked you right the fuck up. He hooked you right up, man, with the perfect place. You were training. So the first 18, 19, 20 years, you were training for this stuff, man. You had the advantage of everybody else. Versus, my God, they're so above me. They came from a great family. They didn't have to learn. They didn't start getting struggling. No, man, your struggle was what made you who you are now. So I started flipping this into a whole different. I started being a master of what I was scared of. I was scared of my mind. And I became really a master of that mind. And that's what now, from now on, it sets me apart from most people. I started diving into that. I didn't care about losing weight. I didn't care about being the fastest person. I wasn't making the Olympics. I wasn't going to pros. I could barely read and write when I was a junior in high school. I wasn't going anywhere. I saw working out as a way for me to feel calluses on my mind. I had a callous over the victim's mentality. What was that? Criticize others. They really got something going on with themselves. They're trying to criticize you. Pretty short. Has the family come to town? Eat some breakfast. God is nowhere to be found. I'm out for a little workout. A run. I come back there for my run. Here come the jokes. Oh, let me guess. You were out running. I got 100 miles this morning. All the sarcastic. You know how it goes. I ignored people. And they let me know about it. I never say shit to them. But they have no idea how annoying it is to me every morning I wake up. I get a chance to see your lazy ass today. This, just because you put your ass off, doesn't mean you will achieve what you've been working for. Very good in the mindset to work their ass off. No guarantee success. Never expect immediate results. Have an endurance mindset. Be willing to stay in the sun longer than anyone else. True victory comes when there are no pros and no finish lines. Real victory is your willingness to work your ass off while no one's watching. Stay hard. But most people quit. I just started. And when you take that mindset, you're going to flip that around. That's what made me powerful. And my body followed. When the mind and the body connect, and you give yourself a way out. The only way out for me at that time was death. Wow. I'm going to be a Navy SEAL. I'm going to die trying. No matter how far you get in life, you have to be able to go back to scratch in your mind at a moment's notice. You can never get so far beyond scratch. What that means is, when you accomplish something in life, if you're going to go back to scratch and go back to that $7 one place where I once lived, and you visit that place for a long period of time. If you were here and you went back to scratch, you would now be here. Scratch is what makes you better. Scratch, friction, obstacles create growth. There's no friction when you're this far up in the game. You think there is? No, that's right. You chase the rest of frictions. It's minor. That's why I'm sore. I'm gonna get a massage today. I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat today. The refrigerator is always full. So your comforts are now, so your discomfort is now very minuscule to your discomfort back here out of place. So you have to go back to the total discomfort to then raise of where you're at now. I'm not saying stay there. Visit. And then you raise your level.
Take a day trip.
That's right. Always take day trips. Those people in that time frame, in that mindset, I can't run anymore. It's over. No. It's just gonna take a little bit longer. You have to turn the negative into a positive. And at the end of it all, you can sit back and wait. If you can wait 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 years, you get to that point when you finish. That's the feeling for 12 years. It says it wait 12 years to get there. That's what keeps you going. Is you gotta feel. I'm doing it for 1 second. You can do this. That's all me. Some people know, where does this cold man come from? I'm not trying to be. It's the reality of life. It's the reality of a lot of people's lives. David Goggins, you break records, you do this, you do that. People want to know, how are you able to just be so hard and never turn the thing off? Once it turns off, I go right back to the David Goggins that is. And that's the guy that I'm constantly. And I don't need you to guide my future. I know what's good for me and what's bad. And for me, it took every bit of focus I could. I know social media, some people love to go on because they want to show you the good side of life. I'm not teaching good side of life. So I had to figure out a way when I came out in 2016 of teaching you what life really is for the majority of us is hell. And so while people love to show you the cars and the house, the vacations, all that's good, all that's happy. I want to show you the side that I know most of you are going through. And people hide very well. I don't want to hide. I hid it for 24 years. So that's why now, like I told you, we can talk about it whenever you want. Because as human beings, the first thing we have to learn, also study real bad growing up, so you hear me stutter every now and then, is because that was part of my life also. So it's funny, human beings want to show you the best side, and they want to hide the worst side. For me, I'm going to teach you how to be vulnerable. Because that's the only way you fix yourself. If you want to be better, do the shit that no one else has to do. And no one else even thinking about doing. Do the shit that people think is stupid. It makes no sense. I'm doing it. It's getting better. I tell you right now, the more things you can do, get outside that zone. That zone is that zone makes you feel good. The stronger your mind's gonna get. It starts getting used to doing shit. It's not fun. My mind is used to it. I can't get quick. I hate that thing mentality. I can't eat bricks in life. You make it. We're all being tested. But my test is universal. You know it. And how you fix that test, and how you overcome that test, determines the rest of it. The one mentality that you must have in life is that regardless of what's in front of you, you still must fly. I'll never be in the Olympics, I'll never be a professional athlete, but still I run. I feel most things I do, but still I run. I don't want to do that. It's easy to conquer when it's good weather. You got good sleep. Work's going good. Family's good. You feel great. Your body's not injured. Those are the easy days to conquer. But who are those days when all hell's broken loose? Body's fucked up. You're sore. You're depressed. Miserable. You have to be the person at school. You have to get dirty. You fall behind in life. Who are you on those days? It's off.
7:25.
That's the great divide. Those people who get up on those days, everything's still quiet. That's the separator right there. Stay hard. Living here is kind of dark. A lot of us are saying we're crazy more last year. You need better quiet. I sleep 1/3 of our lives. And we think we can take days off. We think we have the right to sit back and give ourselves options on which way we're going to go in life. Am I going to run today? Am I going to work out today? Well, it's Christmas. It's New Year's. It's my birthday. Do you think time gives a that is Christmas, that is New Year's, that's your birthday? And give yourself too many options. Let me tell you one thing. Time's running out. Keep on sitting around wondering what the f you want to do. You're just going to run out of time. So make sure you do one thing. Stop all the crowd. That may take time off, but you can't afford to. We got to press through.
Yes, go. Halfway. Before the funeral. And not that. We'll make you set the case. Yeah.
I'm sitting there thinking, take a day off. No one knows.
What is going on?
But keep on thinking too.
Yeah.
There's always someone out there looking further than you. Hold it by that. Knowing that someone out there is willing to go. Person beside the heavens. For no sleep. I'm going to have to take it to be the best. In life, a lot of times, I'll always have that person out there. You may not be an angel, or a face to him, but he exists. You make sure I like to think about that person. be something special? Yes. But I knew the work it was going to take was going to kill me. I was afraid of that. I was afraid of the brutality and the suffering I was going to have to endure. But I knew I could do something. I'm going to fix all this shit. I know to fix. People want to find peace immediately. And this is where people don't like me. I don't believe that. People find yoga and all this other bullshit. I stretch out a lot. I believe in yoga and all this is great. But you can find it in some room. You're going to find peace going to war with yourself. We all got you. We all got you. People look at me. And the reason my story resonates with people, because I don't hide. I'll tell you exactly what I am. I will admit to it. People are great at hiding. So they want to find peace. No, you got to take your shit. Fix your stuff in you. Don't just shove it under the rug. Fix it. And then you'll find some peace later. Guess what, man? You're a fat ass. But I'm going to now make you a badass. I want a miracle this year to be a badass. No. It was in me. I had to believe to make that belief work. And through hard work, I did that. I'm back, mother. I'm back. 44 degrees. It's nice and rainy outside. No one cares about that. It's not about the rain. It's what the rain represents. Life is always giving you a test. Trying to give you a way out. Trying to give you an excuse not to show up. This is my excuse today. But guess what? You gotta have the mentality to show up every day of your life. No matter what life throws at you. It's our responsibility to show up to the Coliseum of life. Prepare for in battle. I don't care what you're going through, what life's throwing at you. It's your responsibility to find your new 100%. Take it upon yourself to do that. Stay hard. In failure and in suffering, all the answers are in there. All the answers to all the test questions. The test is your life. All the answers are in there. You don't have to live in suffering and pain and failure all the time. You have to learn. I need to visit. Like people hate working out. You could visit working out maybe an hour a day. 23 other hours a day, you're not in it. But how you become in shape is you must visit suffering, visit working out 1 hour a day. Visit suffering 1 hour a day. Visit your past failures 1 hour a day. The relationship with it is the answers are in there. They are in there. Within the suffering, go in there. They're called the live autopsy. The live autopsy. How you find out someone died? They crack you open after you're dead. How you can live is do it while you're alive. Go back in your brain, crack it open while you're alive. Don't wait until you're dead to figure out why you died. Do it while you are living. Go in there, go into the suffering. Go into the pain of your life and say, why does this suffer me so bad? Why am I afraid of all this? Why am I shut down the whole world? I guarantee you, I tell you why you shut down the whole world. It's in these nooks of the suffering within your brain, in the scarring, are all the answers to why you are on the couch full of sorrows. They lie within the scars. Listen to them for at least an hour a day. Study. And then you'll find out more about yourself, who you grow. So don't look at it as every day I suffer. Go into it an hour a day. Learn from this. Learn from life. Learn from your failures. Learn from your insecurities. Learn from your self-doubt. Wow. Don't just say, I'm afraid to sit off an airplane. What makes you afraid of it? Study it. That's why I studied my mind. Why I became so powerful in the mind, because I realized I was weak. So instead of going away from my mind, I dove into it and said, what is making me weak? Oh, this makes sense. I came from hell. I came from a place that beat me down to nothing, which is why I'm afraid. All this makes sense. So systematically, one by one, I went back and met every single person in my mind, every situation. I went one-on-one with them again, in my mind, because your mind chooses the path of least resistance. Your mind has the ultimate tactical advantage over it. It knows what scars you. It knows your fears. It knows your insecurities. And it protects you. It's like I talk about the 40% rule in my book. The 40% rule is all about the brain has the tactical advantage over you. It knows and it keeps you away from all that. That's why it says jump out of airplane. Don't go in the ocean with your sharks. It's a protective mechanism. Don't go back to the place where your dad died in your mind. Don't go back. The brain protects you. It protects you so much. It doesn't allow growth. So the brain is an amazing thing, but the brain controls you. You must control it. So just me, when you join the SEAL teams, you're joining a big fraternity. So I was already passed out. So then when you're passed out, not wanting to hang out, do my own shit. That's me. So I grew up with friends at a young age. And once you get self-esteem, you know who you are, I was comfortable. You're not liking me, but not hanging out. And then take it to a step further. But it's being hard to tolerate. You guys are people around you, but you guys are sheep. So I did a lot of things that push people the wrong way, the wrong way. And in that, I had a fraternity. It's like a big soap opera. It's like the first guy in life. And, you know, people start not liking you for certain reasons. People know who you are. People start having it. And I have 2 heart surgeries. People think I don't want to deploy overseas. Oh, God don't want to fight. He's supposed to run. But I'm not going to say I had 2 heart surgeries. I couldn't even go fight. So there's a lot of things happening, and with that, it's life. I chose the early on purpose. On purpose, just to see how it would come out the other end. It's just me and you in this moment. I think that would be what I got. I'm always in constant pursuit of my 100%. What it is, if I can't run anymore, let's see what else I can do. Man, when you can't read and write and you're trying to hide out in classes and please don't call on me and you get all scared, everywhere you go you're nervous and you're panicked and you're stuttering and you know your whole life is that. There's not joy in that shit. That becomes who you are no matter how much you change. You're scarred. So, oh my God, but you gotta smile and do this. It's my life. It's my life. So you gotta teach yourself how to read and write and also can smile and say, it's okay. A lot of things aren't like, you know, man, why was she doing this? Like, I don't judge people. That's why I don't judge people. Man, you know, it's fine, so hard. Just read my book and don't forget where I came from. It's who you are. You have to undo that. And no one came down and trained me on how to be happy, how to find peace, how to do this and that. That's why I'm so glad I found it through suffering. People didn't think I was human. They thought I came from outer space, man, from some spacecraft that she landed down here. These foreign goggins from the rocks, the soul of the earth. No, it's not how it is, man. I can't tell you, man. People want me to help them out. I don't get back to them. The next thing I'm using that to life. You want to catch me out, disrespect me. What about Rob this morning? This guy's overweight. His last email was real disrespect. Talking about, I used to be fat. I'm going to cut me out. Now I see this in pieces. Stuff like that. But real talk, brother. I'm going to help you out. I'm not even mad at you. There's something you need to hear. I don't care if you're overweight. That's your fact. You see, and tons of food every day. Donuts, shakes. Can't carry more than you. Think about it for sure. I'm about to care more than yourself. If you're out here looking for someone to help you out, and you ain't helping yourself out, then never me. But help me out now, it's back and practice.
So right now, this is the truth. No.
What separates me from other people is they don't do it. The daunting task. The task is overwhelming. I've heard the pull-up record, 1,020 pull-ups. I was talking about breaking this record. People are like, oh my God. I went right to a pen and paper. What are you doing? I'm doing the math, man. What are you talking about? Open minds. The fact that, okay, if I do 5 pull-ups in a minute, for somebody else, I get some pull-ups. How much time is the rest? I was breaking the math down. Get you open minded to the possibilities that I can do this. Once you shut your mind down to the possibility that it can be achieved, there's no way it can happen. So that's why my eyes and my body light up about things. Because I know that if you're in a fight, you have to attack. You have to keep attacking. The enemy has to know he is not going to give up. You must break the soul of whatever the fuck is in front of you. That's what I realized. I was never breaking the soul of anything in front of me. So that's why I came up with a thing called Taking Souls in my book. I started to devise ways to break a soul of a human being, of whatever's in front of me. If you keep on attacking someone, that thing wants to stand in front of anything that is relentless. It's day one, what? This is hour one. You get a wide range of life in just 19 hours. You know, like when you get to like mile 50 and your mind's saying, you gotta get out of here, man. And you get to like mile 60, okay, we're feeling good. All these highs and lows that you have to manage within this suckfest of 19 hours. That's what I get from a lot of different things. Like human growth, divine. Without friction, there is no growth. Without friction, there's no growth. To this day, it is for me to become better mentally. How I look has just become like I have thousands, hundreds of thousands of miles on his body. Running, pull-ups, push-ups, swimming, whatever you want to call it. This body is what it is now. It's from repetition. It's not from studying, you know, hey, if you hold your plank for this long, I don't care about it. I just do it for my mind. I want to continue to harden because that's the only thing I want. That's what I want. I want to have that mind ready for life. From the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, a lot of us are at war with ourselves. And within that war, we have several battles. Those battles are basically choices. No, I'm not talking about the war that you're find in the Coliseum. I'm talking about a war that's in your brain. That war exists because life has so many choices. But in those choices, you gotta make decisions. Be ready. When the alarm goes off in the morning, don't wake up. Don't wake up like that. When you're in school, you don't that bad. It's too hard to study. So I'm studying. You know what? You ain't healthy because you don't have to. So guess what? When you fail, don't blame your mama. Don't blame your dad. Don't blame teachers. One person to blame is yourself. Myself. So long. A person is dumb into this motherfucker right here. You cannot live in that new mindset. You must do your best on your worst day. You have to do something that sucks every day. Because why? Once you overcome the suck, oh, now you're powerful. You've overcome yourself already, so now you're ready to battle. When you look in the mirror, every morning when I look in the mirror to get ready to go to work, to go anywhere, the first thing you see is your reflection. If you don't like what you see in the morning, you've lost the war already. It's not even liking what you see. It's about looking in the mirror and you may start, man, I feel different. That reflection is not everything. It's a feeling you're supposed to get. So you have to, in life, once you leave your house, the war begins. In your house, you have some control. And that reflects in the mirror. You have to control that reflection in the mirror. That's how you start your day. Leave your house feeling like, okay, I can fight. I've established the mentality to fight. If you don't develop a routine of suffering, and suffering is not like go out and kill yourself every day, it's being uncomfortable. That keeps you hungry every day. If you live in your victories for so long and say, I'm going to challenge myself for 30 days or 2 weeks or run this marathon. And it is, I did a marathon. Okay? That's why it leaves you. It leaves you because you haven't set the next obstacle. Obstacles is how you grow. You must continue to have friction. Friction is where growth is at. With no friction, there's no growth. Mediocrity. And we're all trying to find an easy way out. And we're judging ourselves. Let's say there's 10 people in the room. And we're all mediocre. But I'm the best of the mediocre people. I now think I'm great. Great. We surround ourselves around people that make us feel great. They tell us what we want to hear. The second we put ourselves amongst them, being common people, We don't like that feeling. That challenge that feeling that that person making a 3:30 morning say, push your stomach, going for a run. We don't like that challenge. We like that person who says, hey, man, I don't feel good today, man. They say, oh, it's okay, brother. Take a day off, never get pizza and shit, watch the game. We like that. We love that feeling. Why? Because you understand that feeling, bro. We don't want that motherfucker who's like this. Hey, man, no, bro. Come on, man. Stop being a punk. We don't want that in our lives. We don't want that person who's constantly challenging our weaknesses. We want that person who's constantly, making us feel nice and good and secure in us. That's the mediocrity of life. We want to be the best amongst the average people. People wonder, how do you stay hungry all the time? Because after I accomplish something, I don't sit back and other guys grab their butts, back with this, back with that. I get comfortable. They wonder why I'm getting weak, man. I don't know, I lost my edge. What's going on? Once you hit the top, now guess what happened? I'm good. I'm good, so you wonder why you're falling down now. Because once you top the mountain, you got another one. That's mediocrity. There's a lot of people in mediocrity who have a nice resume, but they're one-timers, man. They hit a one-time deal, they must go, got a lot of money, but they're good. They're mediocre now, man. What are you doing today, tomorrow, next day? That's what I'm listening to. I'm listening to that. I'm listening to one who's like this, man. Oh, man, I'm tired. Why are you tired? Because tomorrow, man, can't, man. Whatever it is that made me nauseous and sick to my stomach, it made me hurt. It's still in me. And that's the person I listen to. That's the person who's gained knowledge. You gain knowledge through suffering. And on the other end of suffering is a world that very few have ever seen. It's a beautiful world. Because that's where you find yourself. You don't find yourself in over here. You find yourself on the other end. Like the 100-mile race I was on, I ran it for 24 hours. I found myself on the other end of that race. That 19 hours, you found out there's a whole other world out there that never exists. The world's in the mind. And all that mediocrity is about. It's contagious. Whatever else you believe in, I don't care what you believe in, but on earth, it's a very lonely journey. And it starts with the accountability mirror, looking and saying, hey, my daddy beat me up, he's not coming back. All these things will come back. I have to face myself. You have to own all those things that people may have done for you. Now it's yours. You gotta own it. It's yours not to fix the problems that people did to you. That makes no sense. It's not fair. I get it. But if you live in that woe is me mentality, well, guess what? My dad did this to me. My mom did this to me. People who bullied did this to me. You're going to always live right there. You have to figure out ways to move forward. It's not coming back. It starts with the mirror. I call it the accountability mirror book. That's right. You don't want to break open that callus, that scar in your mind. You want to break it. You have to break it open, let that blood flow. You let blood flow in your brain. You let all that stuff flow out. All that toxic stuff that you have trapped in there has to start flowing out now. So, like I said, you are doing this to yourself. Yes, we may have helped the end right now on you. So pay for you. Pay for you. All those people in high school and everything else, they don't know how you're going to end up. So you got to make sure that you constantly are writing your book. You have to constantly rewrite your book every day of your life. And these aren't just words I say. This is how I have to live. Like, these are conversations I have with myself. And I say it everywhere I go. The most important conversation that you have with yourself. Yes. You live with it every single day. And most of our conversations are not the right ones. Not the ones that are going to push us to the place where we go. They're the ones that are going to keep us safe in that toxic environment that you help create and everybody else helped create. Just live in it. You live in that muck. And that conversation is placed in your head. Because you don't find a kind word to say that, you know what, I get it. No. But I can't read. Not like, hey, you know, you can read this. No, I cannot read. The first grade reading, I'm struggling. And sometimes I call myself stupid. Waiting to put myself down. So don't take it like, my God, this is so hurtful. Yeah, the hurtful is honest. The conversation has to become an honest conversation of where you're at mentally. Where am I at mentally? I look like shit. I feel like shit. I'm not this. I'm falling behind in school. I'm lazy. My house is a mess. You have to look at what it is and call it what it is. Don't find words to make yourself feel better. Because that's what. So we hang around people that make us feel better. That tell us what we want to hear, not what we need to hear. So we stay away from those people. When we stay away from those people, our total dialogue becomes that kind, it's okay. It's not okay. So that's where it starts. It starts with that accountability of it's not okay anymore. This can no longer be okay.
It's tough. Come on.
And calling yourself out for exactly what you are and exactly how you need to fix it. That's